I'm back with another 111 trade, this time on Coin. So Coin had earnings earlier and it's down 5.26% on the day, which is quite a big move actually. We can see that the IV rank, or the implied volatility 52-week, is at 23 in the top right-hand corner. It's not the best volatility rank, but I think for a 3-day scalp, I think this could be a potential opportunity here. So if you are brand new to the 111 strategy, the link is down below to go get full access and all the free bonuses for the 111. But at a high level, it is a 3-legged strategy where we are buying a put and then selling a put to create a debit spread, which then is financed and then some with an additional put. So the debit spread is the 292.50 and 287.5. That has created the spread. So again, if I take the spread off, you can see that it's a $1.50 debit, and I'm selling the 285 to not only pay for that debit, but also more than that, to open the trade for a net credit. Now, doing this creates no risk to the upside because it's a credit trade. Now, again, we want Coinbase to kind of push on up. Again, it's oversold on a number of time frames now, so I'm expecting Coin to either drop a little bit more and or start consolidating around that area. And because we've got 3 days, time decay is going to happen really fast. And if things start to go against me, what we have here is that we will have the debit spread that will start to make us some money if it goes within that debit spread. So like I said, we've got a $5 wide spread between the 292.50 and the 287.50. And if Coinbase starts to drop within that spread will start making us money. And that serves two purposes. One, it acts as a hedge. So what that means is as the debit spread starts to make money, it will counteract the loss of the put, which hopefully with time decay will give us an overall profit for us to get out of this trade before we start to get into any danger. And then secondly, what it also does, it allows us to close out the trade for more than the credit that we actually receive. So we can see now that the credit's jumped up to around 101. So $100 for a 3-day trade. Yes, there is downside risk. Coinbase can go to zero and all these kind of good things, as we talked about before. However, I'll be managing this trade and rolling this trade out if the worst case was to happen. So let's get this filled and let's see where we end up at. So we managed to get filled at $102 for this trade, which again, for a 3-day trade to go step up $100 potential is not that bad going. So let's see where we end up. We either A, closed out for a decent profit, or 2, we ended up rolling the position because it did go against us. So let's find out. So it's Saturday, a few days later, and I decided to let Coinbase put options all expire worthless. So what that means, the credit that we took in, the $101, we got all of that credit because, as you can see, these all expired worthless, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, I could have closed the trade out the next day because we were 88% up and Coinbase actually jumped up all the way. I think it was around to like 315, something along those lines, 315, 316. It closed out on Friday at the bell at 310. So my 285 put that I had on was nowhere to be seen. So I kind of timed this trade absolutely perfect. So there was no need for me to go and close the trade and incur those additional taking a debit to close out the trade for like $5-6, take another couple of dollars in commissions. So I decided to leave it alone, which again probably isn't best practice to be doing, but I was confident that it was not getting to 285 by Friday, and it didn't. So this was probably one of the best outcome you can hope for in these types of positions. So again, if you want to get the 111, how to make trades like these, and I'm just literally whether it's long-term or short-term, like the Coinbase trade, earning $100 to $400 every single week per trade that I do on the 111 strategy. And again, you get the free bonuses as well. So check the pinned comment and the link down below, and I shall see you guys in the next video.